Here's my 2022 Honda Navi. I just picked this up. Been waiting a while. Did a couple of modifications to it already. Waiting on some stuff. Let's get into it. Here's a factory FX Honda bar pad. I just thought it finished the bike off, made it look neat. I wired the headlight to DC current, and it's now on the ignition. So when you turn keys, the headlight will come on. There will be no flickering. I got the LED bulb in there. So it was pretty simple. Underneath your seat, you have your little fuse box right here, and you just get this little add a circuit. I've seen a couple guys do this on YouTube. This is all it is. So this replaces the 7.5 amp fuse, and then you put the 7.5 in the bottom, which is the factory one, and then it came with a 5 amp, which I put in the top, and then I snipped the end off of this and actually soldered it to my own length of wire, which is this green wire. I soldered it where the heat shrink tube is right there, and then I took the factory plug connection to the rectifier, which is located behind the plastic. It's a little silver box with a plug going in right here. There's a female spade connector inside the factory harness, and I just took a sewing needle and kind of pushed it in there to pop the factory spade connector out. It had the 2 brown wires going to it, so then I soldered on my own male spade, and basically at that point it's just plug and play, and you can always go back to factory if you want. And then I also bought these little resistors that came with bullet style connectors already on it, which is what your factory lights are, and a lot of the aftermarket ones as well, which is these little snap together bullet connectors. So once I get the rear LEDs that I ordered, because I have a tidy tail kit that I put on, so I just had to kind of make my own little brackets to run the stock lights for now, just to be legal, until the new ones come in. The new ones are just real tiny. They're actually for like a Honda Monkey, I believe, but they have the bullet style connector on the end of those, so all I'll have to do is undo the green and orange one, and then there's a blue and a green one, and just plug those turn signals in when they come in. And then for the front, I actually ordered just some cheapos LEDs, and as you can see, they have the bullet style connector, and I already have the resistors in the front turn signals as well, so that just eliminates your hyper flash. So these will be real slim. That's not what I'm going to run these on the front though. So for a comparison, I'm just waiting on some block off plates to block off the huge gaping hole here. I actually ordered them for the CRF 300L, which is almost identical to the factory turn signals on the Navi. So I ordered this black block off plate, which will go behind this LED signal, and made it up against here with no hole, and it'll look a lot cleaner with that. So I'll show you the LED headlight. Now when you turn the ignition on, the light will come on. You won't get any flickering. And then I did the MNN THBX air intake kit. I went with the blue silicone red filter, just kind of makes the bike pop a little bit. Really clean setup. They have this nice bracket here. And then for that one tube coming off or going into the intake box from the factory, I ordered a K&N crankcase breather. Put that on there, and I used a insulated hose clamp and utilized one of the factory bolt locations here that I wasn't going to use because that was to hold the factory airbox in. So that way this tube's not just flopping around. I think it gives it a pretty clean look. And then this also ran into the factory airbox, so this is just some universal. It's like a vent for like a motocross style gas tank. So it came in a 2-pack. Unfortunately, I only needed the one, but I thought that gave it a pretty clean look as well. So those are just a couple of things that I've done so far. I guess if anyone's super interested, I could pull the plastic back off and show you exactly how I have this connected. But I thought it was the cleanest way that you could possibly do it. Once I get the new signals in, I'll put a video up with those, how they look, and I'll obviously turn them on so you can see it. There's no hyper flash going on or anything. Alright, well, that's it for this video. Comment if you're interested to seeing more in depth on any of this. Like, subscribe, anything helps.